सोल्जर की लाइफ में सबसे बड़ा एक फियर क्या होता है?
You don't get time to fear.
आप सिर्फ 3 महीने वोटिंग एज से छोटे थे जब सेकंड लेफ्टिनेंट बने, उस समय क्या महसूस हुआ सर?
Unbelievable. Because you're training from Sainik School to be this what you are today. Boy being changed to a man.
सेंट्रल इंडियन हॉर्स जैसे एलीट रेजिमेंट को ज्वाइन करना कैसा लगा था?
One of the oldest regiments of the Indian Army, raised in Guna, Madhya Pradesh, and the Maharaja of Gwalior was the honorary colonel, Scindia's father. As a result, the Rajmata used to come for our functions when we were in Gwalior. It's a very, very great regiment.
Sir, how is the area there in like Arunachal border areas?
Arunachal border areas in our times was inaccessible almost. To go to our operational area, we used to walk for 5 hours to reach the China border. And it was slightly very disheartening sometimes to reach there and see we were sitting in a lantern and the Chinese women were playing badminton on the other side in light. That was the difference.
What is the scenario in the tank, sir?
Every tank gets 40 kgs of ice every day in summers and 4 soft drinks per crew every day because you are facing so much of heat.
पोस्टिंग इन डेजर्ट्स, माउंटेन या प्लेन्स, फेवरेट टेरेन आपका कौन सा रहा है?
Tankmen normally prefer deserts.
कुपवाड़ा में कश्मीर का जो इनकाउंटर हुआ पूरा, वहाँ पे ऑपरेशन हुआ था, वहाँ पे एक इंसिडेंट हुआ था.
If I am reborn again, I'll come to Army. Preferably a tank.
कोशिश कर, मेहनत कर. आज हम लेकर आए हैं जीत की शक्ति का बरसों का राज. राजधानी सत्तू, जो दे हर खिलाड़ी को जीत का स्वाद. राजधानी सत्तू, इसमें है जीत की शक्ति.
हेलो गाइज, वेलकम टू द न्यू एपिसोड ऑफ जज्बात. और आज हमारे साथ में कर्नल देवेंद्र सिंह सर का स्वागत है हमारे पॉडकास्ट चैनल पे.
Thank you.
जय हिंद सर. इट्स एन ऑनर कि आपको के साथ में हम लोग ये पॉडकास्ट शूट कर रहे हैं. और सबसे पहले मैं एक चीज़ जो जानना चाहूँगा, दैट इज़ कि एक सोल्जर की लाइफ का में सबसे बड़ा एक फियर क्या होता है?
Actually speaking, as per Manekshaw, there is no fear. And if he's telling a lie, either is a Gurkha or is telling a lie. So the point I'm making is that you don't get time to fear. There's so much to do. Secondly, especially as a leader, as an officer, you know men are following you. You cannot show it. Even if the enemy pointed a gun at you, you will be brave enough to see, probably I'll overtake him. So fear is not really there.
सर, आपका सैनिक स्कूल कपूरथला जो था, उसमें एक्सपीरियंस कैसा था?
My alma mater was a fantastic institution. I'll tell you a little background for a minute. Sainik Schools was created basically to give input to the National Defence Academy, to create officers. And why Sainik School? Public schools also teach you. Sainik Schools was for people who could not afford very high amount of education, money in education. So most people initially were from the rural background. They were polished nicely from rugged boys to polished people, and then trained. Secondly, it was such a busy schedule, starting from 5 o'clock till 10 o'clock at night, one after another. It was a fantastic experience. Those days, of course, in the beginning, we felt little odd, but later, when we look back, if that wasn't the institution, I wouldn't be here.
सर, जब आपने इंडियन मिलिट्री एकेडमी ज्वाइन की थी, तो सबसे यादगार मोमेंट उसका कौन सा था आपका?
सबसे यादगार, स्पेशली उन दोनों बहुत होता था, आजकल बहुत कम होता है, was the ragging by the seniors.
ओह,
Very strict, high level ragging. The reason was, I still appreciate it. It is loyalty, immediate loyalty without questions. That's why you were ragged. And you respected your seniors. That was one. Later, we also got to do it to others. So that was but it was another fantastic experience with a lot of sports, lot of studies, firing, operational, walking, athletics. It was full of activities.
आप सिर्फ 3 महीने वोटिंग एज से छोटे थे जब सेकंड लेफ्टिनेंट बने, उस समय क्या महसूस हुआ सर?
Unbelievable. Because you're training from Sainik School to be this what you are today. It is ultimate achievement for a boy being changed to a man. Because in Indian Military Academy, they are known as gentleman cadets, which means you first got to be a gentleman, then a cadet. So all these activities were part of it. And then that camaraderie which was built, starting from school, starting from military academy, and then wearing a uniform with a star was the ultimate life achievement.
सर सेंट्रल इंडियन हॉर्स जैसे एलीट रेजिमेंट को ज्वाइन करना कैसा लगा था?
When we all got commissioned, my all classmates got commissioned. When they got to know I got Central India Horse as a regiment allotted to me, or I am allotted to the regiment, in fact, they were in awe and respect. How did you get it? So, Central India Horse, by the way, for your information, one of the oldest regiments of the Indian Army, raised in Guna, Madhya Pradesh, and the Maharaja of Gwalior was the honorary colonel, Scindia's father. As a result, the Rajmata used to come for our functions when we were in Gwalior.
Okay.
It's a very, very great regiment.
तो स्पोर्ट्स का आपकी लाइफ में क्या रोल रहा है?
Having studied in Sainik School, sports was an absolute essential part of our lives. And I used to love sports from school, then in military life also. Luckily, I played all the sports as are there. And with God's grace, my opponents feared me. And that was a great achievement. When I used to go and people used to shout, "Hi Devi, damn good. You're top of the world." So sports in army is the most essential part because the battles were won in the sports grounds, that very old saying.
नेशनल डिफेंस कॉलेज एनडीसी में काम करने के बाद एक बड़ी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मिली थी आपको. उस दौरान कुछ यादगार पल आपके रहे हैं, उसमें से कुछ अगर आप शेयर करना चाहें.
See, National Defense College is the ultimate educational society, and who all come in National Defense College? They are not only students, they are almost course members. IES, IFS, one from Indian Railways, one from Post, about 100 odd from Army, and about 40 foreign, all brigadiers who have commanded their brigades already. So this is a stepping stone to generalship actually. He was there with us, Shri Deepak Vohra. I was a staff officer, a little younger than them. He was a course member. My duties are staff officer to the commandant. And then we used to have educational trips to states, 4 states. The chief secretary used to come and receive us. We used to go on a chartered aircraft. That was very educative. We were in fact called to, when we visited Mumbai, we were called by that share market boss for lunch, floor 22nd floor, with about 30 odd small katoris, Gujarati typical. So that it was enjoyable. And this was a fantastic learning experience.
दीपक वोरा जी सर के साथ का एक एक्सपीरियंस कैसा था to work with him?
Actually, we didn't really work together. He was a course member, I was a staff officer. So I just used to like him because once upon a time he used to come on TV.
Okay.
Yeah. If you recall, long time back, Deepak Vohra was a craze in TV. Sometimes he used to tell me to get something from the canteen. That's how. I still have his card and saman likha uspe card pe what I want to get.
सर कनाडा के यूथ एक्सचेंज प्रोग्राम के लिए सिलेक्शन हुआ था आपका, वहाँ क्या सीखने को मिला था?
See, Canada Youth Exchange Program basically for National Cadet Corps students or cadets. There were about 40 odd officers to be selected, and 2 were to be taken. I was one of the selectors, and I was one of the candidates to have been selected. But I couldn't go because my daughter was a little unwell those days, for which I was reprimanded for not going. He says people try a lot to go there. We are selecting, we are not going. So I didn't go. But otherwise, I've taken them on trips to Nainital, Darjeeling, camps. It's a heartening experience. All are rugged boys from the villages. We have to transform them. This is a big challenge.
Big challenge.
But very satisfying at the end of the day. When you can see this is the guy who came and now he's a transformed man. It's a different situation altogether.
आपको लगता है आर्मी ने सबसे बड़ा गिफ्ट आपको क्या दिया है?
The biggest gift in army is that I could interact with my troops, my comrades, gave me an opportunity to go all over the country. I've been on Arunachal border, I've been in Kupwara, so it was a great opportunity.
Sir, how is the area there in like Arunachal border areas? Like what
Arunachal border areas in our times was inaccessible almost.
Okay.
To go to our operational area, we used to walk for 5 hours.
5 hours?
Yes.
Okay.
To reach the China border. And it was slightly very disheartening sometimes to reach there and see. We were sitting in a lantern and the Chinese woman was playing badminton on the other side in light.
Oh.
That was the difference. Now, things are completely changed. Animal transport used to be there, the mules. Now that's no longer required. The roads have reached all over. So it's a great transformation. Great transformation. And one thing there, unlike Kashmir, they don't have much trees.
Okay, in
so
that
there's
area.
a dearth of oxygen. Somehow those mountains are bereft of the trees.
एनसीसी में इंस्ट्रक्टर होने के नाते क्या जिम्मेदारी सबसे चैलेंजिंग थी आपकी?
सबसे challenging was to cut the raw diamond and shape it.
Cut the rod and shape it.
Raw diamond.
Raw diamond.
That means the boys were so rugged, to culture them, to teach them that get the patriotism thing and the discipline. It has to be inculcated. The students, the colleges don't do much. They don't have the time, in fact. So in our case, those camps were a great gift. They used to be with us for 10 days. We used to teach them cooking competition, sports competitions. And then when they were somewhere near about passing out, we could see a lot changed in them. And that was a great satisfaction that we got.
So what is that change that you see from your time and the current scenario in the army?
See, our time, it was man extensive. Now today is equipment extensive. These the technicalities were not there earlier. It was purely man and the gun. Now it is the aircrafts have improved. You have your other
Drones and all.
drones, etc. So much has changed.
पोस्ट रिटायरमेंट सर लाइफ कैसी चल रही है? सबसे ज़्यादा आजकल खुशी किस चीज़ को करने से मिलती है?
I keep participating in social events. I keep organizing my old boys school get-togethers.
Okay.
जिसमें last one I organized was the governor of Uttaranchal,
Okay.
General Gurmeet, who's from my school, also came. And most of them, even today, they ask me to organize. Sir, बहुत दिन हो गया, please organize, things like that. And then another satisfaction which when I look at my grandchildren, it's a very happy moment.
So, सर क्या जो आपके ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन हैं वो भी फौज में जाना चाहेंगे?
Times have changed. I did what my father said. But now the children won't really. You can give them a tape, you can try and convince them. But then when they grow up, finally they have to take their own call. But a fauji kid normally tries to follow because the way of life is totally different. It's a total different life.
आज के सर जितने यंग ऑफिसर्स हैं उनको आप क्या एडवाइस देना चाहेंगे?
I would like to advise them, get more involved in sports. Because sports, why I'm insisting not to become Dhyanchand, but because it reflects your relations with your troops. Like I can tell you, since I played all games, when I used to play, I was an adjutant and a very strict officer. But in the ground, they had that liberty to tell me, "Aapne kya kiya ye?" They will bullshit me. And I'll take it because we both are sportsmen. We both are players, equals. So that spirit these young officers have to get. And then the amount of electronical education as it is required today, there has to be. There is no shortcut to professionalism, especially not in army. Your equipment, your men, all are important.
सर स्पोर्ट्स के थ्रू डिसिप्लिन कैसे आता है लाइफ में?
You see, the first example I just gave you. This is one of the disciplines. I was an officer, a strict one. But when I am a player, I am equal to them. So that's part of the discipline. What you are outside, you are not inside. You are one of the 11. So that's a one. Secondly, ready orders by the captain. That's part of the discipline. Everybody listens to you. And everybody is doing his own duty. Everyone knows which side I'm playing and what am I supposed to do. So that's part of the discipline. It's a great discipline, is a great thing in the sports.
सर आप अपने बचपन के जो दोस्त हैं, जो कोलीग्स हैं, उनसे अभी भी कनेक्टेड हैं, मिलते हैं?
I just told you, I organize the school get-togethers. Because luckily, we studied together, we played together for years together. We have fought with each other sometimes. So that bonhomie, you don't get in a day scholar, which you get in the Sainik School. So that together is still there. Today, if I tell a Sainik School boy who just passed out, age 18, where are you? I'm in Sultanpur. I said, I need a room. Ho jayega, sir. His first reply will be, ho jayega, sir. But that is the bonhomie. It's a fantastic.
सर आर्मी की कौन सी वैल्यू आपने पर्सनल लाइफ में सबसे ज़्यादा इम्प्लीमेंट करी है?
Most important is the camaraderie.
Sorry?
Camaraderie.
Okay.
Which is very, very important. And discipline and camaraderie both. And then concentration on your job. There are occasions when you are away. Your wife was looking after the children. Most of the defense officers have a tenure in which their wife is looking after the children. He is not even there. So hats off to all the wives, the defense wives, the way they look after the family. And they keep the husband absolutely away from the worries.
सर आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट यू कि अगर आप कुछ ऐसी स्टोरीज जो बता पाएँ फ्रॉम योर पोस्टिंग टू डिफरेंट रीजन्स, बिकॉज जो ऑडियंस है उनको ये चीज़ बड़ी फैसिनेट करती है कि जब कोई आर्मी जो है डिफरेंट रीजन्स में प्लेस होती हैं, वहाँ पे किस तरीके का माहौल होता है, कैसे सब साथ में रहते हैं, किस तरीके की चैलेंजेस वो फेस करते हैं. So that will be a help to people to understand more about army and all.
You see, the army life, starting from a lieutenant there till my retirement rank, you go through various phases. Initially, I'm a tankman. Initially, our tanks were deployed on Jammu border. So that extensive part of around 60 kilometers border was all with my squadron. And then there are occasions where enmity was not so much with Pakistan. We used to play volleyball together. And they used to say, patle wala captain kidhar hai? Aaya nahi. So we used to do that. Then thereafter, situation came somewhere in May 74. I was on a swimming pool for a dive, and I was told to get down without diving. I was shocked. I was a youngster, Captain. I said, "What's happened?" He said, "We have to mobilize.
Oh.
Pakistan has done something." So I got down. We mobilized, got our tanks, got the ammunition, bang onto the border. That was one kind of a situation. Then, as one grew up, time flew. I went to Arunachal there. Sometimes I used to be officiating DQ and allot mules. 500 mules every morning at 5 o'clock has to be allotted. And people used to ask, request you, sir, mere ko 10 aur de do, 15 aur de do. Because that was the way talking was done. The aircrafts were not, the roads were not there. So that was different kind of experience in the headquarters. Then one incident, one day a gentleman came to me. He says, "Sir, help this guy." I said, "Who is he?" He says, "He's the Havaldar. He's killed a boy."
Killed a boy?
Who's the boy? Sir, he was a laborer. I said, "How?" The story went, there's a building under construction in Arunachal near Tenga. And this chap took that laborer with him to hunt for monkeys. They went into the jungle side. He stood there, told the boy to remain. Gradually, the boy moved on the other side. Thinking it was a monkey, he shot. And it was. So that case went to the magistrate Bomdila.
Bondila, okay.
Bomdila,
Bomdila.
which was very famous in Chinese, or Chinese had come till there. So I had to extricate that chap somehow, because there's a rule that army can deal with such cases if we give undertaking a lot of documentation. So I got him out. So such kind of instances came. And then, of course, Kupwara, at the end, my second last tenure, somewhere in 2003-4, it was a militancy area. Bad. And I was in a slightly difficult, awkward appointment, field cash officer. Today, there are no field cash officers. Why? Because digital payments have started. Earlier, payment was done in cash, piggybacks. And the Jawans used to come all the way from 2 to 3 days, climb down to Kupwara, collect the cash, go back. That was the situation.
So what is the scenario in the tank, sir? मतलब because दूर से सर बड़े एकदम बल्कि जैसे दिखते हैं, अंदर से how it is like the tank functions?
The tanks earlier had a crew of 3. They're basically
Types of tanks होंगे, हाँ.
Types of tanks are बहुत है, because when I got commissioned, it was a Russian T-55.
T-55, okay.
The Russians have a concept. They make rugged equipment.
They are known for that.
Rugged equipment. Unlike the Westerners, they want little comfort.
Comfort.
So they have gunnery aspect. Then you have driving and maintenance, that is the engine. Then you have the radio operator. So that means 3 trades are there. And the commander himself. Commander could be Havaldar to Subedar to an officer, young officer. So that is how it is fairly tight.
Tight situation.
Yeah, and especially if you're firing on the move, the smoke, the pungency gets you. But then you get used to it. As an officer, you can't show it. That's the problem.
And like, what is the intake of the air, or like, वो कैसे होता है अंदर? Like, there is air conditioning?
There are no air conditioners.
Then?
They are blowers.
Blowers?
Correct, but not very greatly effective. The smoke does remain. And because most of the time the tanks are there in summers in Rajasthan, because there are no crops. So there you can do exercises.
Okay.
So if the heat here in Delhi is 45, in Jaisalmer it will be 54.
54.
And the sheet is approximately 540 millimeters. Heavy sheet, it gets bad. And then when the tanks move in desert, they throw sand by the kilos. And we used to wear black overalls. black patka, black overalls. That used to be the dress. And by the time we get down, a couple of kilos used to be on us.
Sir, how is that like the soldiers trained in such a manner कि जब जैसे आप टैंक की मैं अगर बात करूँ तो वहाँ पे लाइक कितना ऐसी कैसी ट्रेनिंग दी जाती थी या ऐसा क्या सिखाया जाता था? बिकॉज जीप्स में आप नॉर्मली ट्रैवल कर रहे हो फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर, ट्रक्स में भी यू कैन ट्रैवल इजीली, टैंक्स में जैसा अभी आप बता रहे हैं दैट सैंड भी है, हीट भी है, यू ओनली हैव ब्लोअर्स प्लस पूरा टाइट आपने पूरा सूट पहन के रखा हुआ है, यू हैव दैट, मतलब जितना मैंने आई हैव सीन दैट लॉट ऑफ नॉइसेस देयर, तो वो ईयर्स भी क्लोज होते हैं ऑलमोस्ट. कैसा होता है वो चीज़ लाइक?
You see, I'll just tell you insight. All these three things which I told you, driving, gunnery, and the radio, all these are taught in Ahmednagar. Ahmednagar near Pune is a Makkah Madina of all tankmen.
Okay.
Including Ziaul Haq. He stayed there. There were stable, rooms with stable, and he was there. So the training's done there. Extensive training. Then when they come back as youngsters, even Jawans, they are seeing their lieutenant with them. So that does not give them a question, kya kare? Because this have already been answered. Saab bhi to kar rahe. So that, and secondly, it's a mahal, you enjoy it. That flag on your tank when it flutters, it is a beautiful experience.
So what are those things that a person goes through जब आप ऐसे क्लाइमेटिकल इन्वायरमेंट में होते हो, तो ऐसी क्या क्या चीज़ें हैं जो आपको सफ़र करनी पड़ती हैं ड्यू टू दैट क्लाइमेटिकल चेंज, हीट और वो सारी चीज़, like whether it is on skin basic some
Nothing happens. We are all immune to that. We love it and we know it because it doesn't happen once. It happens every year. So you're so used to it. And the role models are the officers. They have to lead from the front. So it's an enjoyable thing. And that train journey is enjoyable by itself. Because the tanks have to go on train. So they are open. So when they're traveling from here to, let's say, Bikaner, it's a treat by itself.
सर जब आपने फर्स्ट टाइम टैंक चलाया था तो थ्रिल था या एक फियर था, डर था?
No, it's a great thrill. You've been chosen to be part of a tank regiment. That itself is a great honor. So it's a great thrill. And T55 has a little edge in front. So once I was driving a tank, usme kya, there are no steering, there are sticks.
In which you move like a joystick, yeah.
So I pressed the wrong stick as a youngster, and my senior captain was sitting on the turret. I went into a tree, cut it open.
Oh.
It's so and fairly mota tree. I kept sitting, thinking that some shoe, some abuse, something will come from top. I looked back at him. He said, "What are you waiting for?" No, that is another learning I had. Remain cool. So what? So being a tankman is an honor by itself.
So army life is very different from civilian life. नहीं समझते हैं कुछ लोग आर्मी लाइफ को, उनके लिए आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
The things that you learn in army, the mahal, the life is unmatchable anywhere. And if somebody gets to know a little about it, they will do anything to get this mahal. Like we were unfit to be anywhere except the army. It's a camaraderie, meeting each other, looking after each other. Even today after retirement, that bonham is still there. That you don't get as a banker or any other job.
So what is your take on कि जो youngsters हैं अभी जो एजुकेशन के अंदर में है, स्कूल्स में, यहाँ पे अगर बेसिक मिलिट्री ट्रेनिंग, आर्मी ट्रेनिंग, इफ़ द गवर्नमेंट मेक्स इट कंपलसरी, जस्ट इन द केस कि आपको चीज़ें पता होनी चाहिए, यू शुड फॉर सेल्फ डिफेंस प्लस फॉर द फ्यूचर ऑफ द कंट्री, So you think that this will work in a good sign?
It will transform the country in 2 years. Totally. Those values, 2 years are sufficient to wipe the negative vibes and put in these positive vibes. The country will be totally transferred.
सर अगर आपकी पूरी जो जर्नी रही है आर्मी के अंदर में, उसमें उसके ऊपर में एक मूवी बनती है, सो आप किस हीरो को देखते हैं दैट दिस could be a perfect or a suitable match?
My nearest is, I think, Akshay Kumar or Deol.
Sunny Deol, yes.
Either of them.
Yeah, Border.
Either. of them. They did a good job in that.
Yes. So now we come to the rapid fire questions. इसमें वन लाइनर आंसर रहेंगे. द फर्स्ट वन इज डिसिप्लिन या लीडरशिप, क्या ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है एक ऑफिसर के लिए?
Discipline will automatically get you leadership.
पोस्टिंग इन डेजर्ट्स, माउंटेन या प्लेन्स, फेवरेट टेरेन आपका कौन सा रहा है?
Tankmen normally prefer deserts.
डेजर्ट्स. सर आजकल वो दूसरे भी टैंक्स आगे जो लाइक यू कैन मूव इन द माउंटेन्स.
Amphibious.
हाँ, जिनके वो
No, amphibious different. Mountains is different. Mountains are light tanks.
लाइट टैंक्स. यस, लाइट टैंक्स.
Yeah, we have light tanks in Ladakh.
हाँ.
The story behind it, let me tell you that also. When Pakistan attacked suddenly in 48 Zozila, one of our generals, his name was known as Sparrow.
Sparrow. Okay.
He dismantled a tank and then he took it there.
Okay.
That was a savior. Now this light tank now does not require to do that.
ओके. जिंदगी का सबसे प्राउड मोमेंट आपका कौन सा रहा है?
That is when the day I got commission.
वाओ.
That was a proud moment.
एक फौजी क्वालिटी जो हर सिविलियन में होनी चाहिए?
Discipline basically.
डिसिप्लिन. कनाडा या कश्मीर, किस असाइनमेंट ने ज़्यादा बदला आपको?
Kashmir.
कश्मीर. एक मेंटोर, वन मेंटोर दैट चेंज योर लाइफ कम्प्लीटली?
That was my first commanding officer.
फर्स्ट कमांडिंग ऑफिसर. एक चीज़ जो आप हर यंग कैडेट को कहना चाहते हो?
Live for your country, then for your family and yourself.
The most important part that I want to discuss was कुपवाड़ा. कुपवाड़ा में कश्मीर का जो इनकाउंटर जो हुआ पूरा, वहाँ पे ऑपरेशंस हुआ था, वहाँ पे एक इंसिडेंट हुआ था, उसकी एक स्टोरी.
You see, like I told you, I was a field cash officer, which are no longer appointed as today, not required because digital transformation, digital money is being sent. One day, somewhere in 2004, February 5th, I was going to collect the pay. We had to collect it from Baramulla Bank, and amount I had not seen 35,000, 35 crores.
35 crores.
Crores. Those days, 2003. It was the biggest division of the Indian Army, Kupwara division. So when we started, it was snowing and the traffic was immense. The movement was very slow. By the time we reached the bank, it was already 3. We were supposed to reach by about 9. And we collected money, it was 5:36. Now I was in a dilemma. What do I do with 35 crores? And the troops with me, 60 troops, 8 huge 3 tons and boxes full of cash. My general officer commanding had told me, you stay in Baramulla if you get late. Now my instinct as a commander, I was thinking, what will happen if I stay here? Then the Jawan, by the time they get in, it will be 1 o'clock. When will they have their food? They don't have their clothing. By the time I keep the cash and collect it again, appeared impossible to me. So I took a quick decision. I gathered my troops, about 60 of them, from various units, 10, 12, 10, 12, that way. And I asked them, I said, this is the problem. If we go wrong somewhere, I volunteer to be court-martialed. No, none of you. If you want to stay here, I can do that. I give you 5 minutes, think, and tell me. We go back, and it was absolute cold evening. They thought, Sahab, chalenge. We'll go back. I said, Are you sure? Yes. So I said, okay. Irrespective which unit you belong to, right now I'm your commanding officer. We'll move. And next rule is that when the last vehicle coming, you don't see the light, you're supposed to stop. Thirdly, the speed normally monitored is around 30-40. You will go at 60-65. There is no, you will skid. Don't worry. Vehicle gets damaged, don't worry. That is rule 2. Number 3, the machine gun chap on top of a vehicle will be very vigilant. No sleeping. And then we got to move. Because, so we started moving. Now, there are 2 places which are very, very dangerous, sensitive. One is Handwada, from here to Kupwara. One is Handwada, one is Sopur.
Sopur, yes.
So these are very, very dangerous places. I said, let me get through them, then it's okay. So when it was around 8ish, the headquarters got worried. Has he run away with 35 crores? Where the hell is he? They rang up Baramulla division. Have you got any party? He said, no, nobody's come. Then they started searching for me. Mobiles had just started. They said, anybody has his number? He says, one guy who sits with him, the veterinary doctor, Joshi, Colonel Joshi, he has. So he got the number, he called me. And that's a time, he asked, sir, where are you? I said, I'm moving back. The phone fell down from his hand. Because you can't believe. Why? Because, you know, how's J&K functioning? There is something known as Road Opening Party, ROP. They stand on both sides of the road when your vehicles pass through. 100 meters, another 100 meters right, another 100 meters left. That's how. ROP lifts at around 5 in the winters and around 6 in the summers. ROP had lifted. So there was a total shock. When he lifted the phone again, I could hear it. He, sir, are you sure? I said, listen, let me concentrate on my move. Please don't disturb. By then, it was already 10ish. I get a call again. This time from another senior officer. And when I got the call, I switched off the phone. Why? Because the last vehicle behind my gypsy, I was traveling in a gypsy, I couldn't see the light. When the driver said, sab light nahi dikh raha hai. Then that time I panicked. Because I was nearing Handwada. I said, oh, something has gone wrong. I turned the gypsy back. I got hold of my pistol, making sure that all is well. I went back. There was a vehicle standing. I said, what happened? The skid chain toot gaya. I pushed him. In fact, I manhandled him. Because I said, I told you, any damage, you throw the skid chain, move on. I kept moving on. Crossed Handwada. Then I took the phone. I told him, please let me concentrate. Where have you reached? I said, I'm about to reach Kupwara. Where I was quite far off. Crossed Handwada. That was a great relief. At around 11:30, again, I got a call. So I switched off my phone. At 12, when I reached the headquarters, to my surprise, all officers were standing. At 12:30 at night. All were standing, thinking what has happened. And then the Colonel Administration said, sir, I said, let me put the cash first, put my men into some food situation, let me put them to sleep. I can talk to you only then. So I did all this. It took me about 45 minutes. And then said, yes, the GOC wants you to meet at 8. I said, tell him, I will not meet at 8. I will meet at 10. The reason was, I said, if I have to get court-martial, I may as well get court-martial at 10 o'clock. Why 8? So I went at 10 to the GOC, his office. Naturally not expecting a great welcome, because I had disobeyed his orders, and very serious orders. But I had no choice. I sat in his office. He didn't ask me a question. He's a fantastic gentleman, a great, compassionate general. He didn't ask me a question. I kept waiting and I looked at him. I said, sir, you want me to start with question and answer both? He said, yes. I said, the first question is, why did you disobey me? My answer is, yes, I did. And I am liable for a disciplinary action. You are welcome to do it. To what are the reasons why you took this decision? I narrated the whole thing, sleeping there, keeping the cash, then coming and all this. So I took. Number 3, militants keep ringing me up because they have the field cashier's number, abusing also all that. I said, to beat the militants intercepting me on the way, only way was to move very fast. So even if they had got to know, we would have beaten them by our speed. And last, if I don't do it with so much of service, who will do? I finished. I waited, there was silence. That silence was dangerous. So he asked me, samosa or biscuit? I said, I think I'm saved. So that was the story, which the division, the Director General Military Operations, who was standing to receive me, later became a DGMO, still narrates. Sir, do you remember? I said, I do. How can I forget it? The whole of division remembers it. So that was a very interesting and challenging story.
So then what do you finally ordered, samosa or biscuit?
I had no choice. I said, because I thought I'm saved. Let me have whatever he offers. One aspect I wish to tell, most faujis are this defense officers' wives. They're a great help and a backbone of a fauji. Because he can't just concentrate on his job. वो ये देखेगा whether my school child has gone, not eaten. They are hats off to this woman. And luckily, I have a very vibrant wife. She's multi-talented, a singer, a radio artist, and she makes her own jewelry. Oh, I mean, one is lucky.
I believe that one person as a soldier is fighting for the nation on the borders of the country, and the other one as a lady and
She is your spine.
yes, he is also
She is a
support.
spine.
Yes,
You're moving, you're working there just because she is there.
yes,
Or
yes.
all of those ladies, hats off to them.
Hats off to them. Yes, सर आपने प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया से कब मुलाकात करी थी, and what was that moment for which you?
That moment was because National Defence College, you have a visit to the Rashtrapati Bhavan, and we are shown all around by various guides, and everybody gets to meet and have a photograph with the president. I was lucky to have one, but unfortunately my wife wasn't there that day, so otherwise she would have been sitting on that chair which is empty. So it was a great moment. And a fantastic gentleman, Venkatraman sir, was a great educationist.
So any story related to tank that you want to share, like a war kind of a situation and you were involved with the tank and there was an enemy tank, and how is that thing that is being done? Like माहौल कैसा होता है? Like how
Somehow
do you
by the
detect
time I
also?
got commissioned, when I joined IMA, the war was just about fading. When I got commissioned, the war stories was over. It wasn't. But we used to be on the ditch cum border. We used to be mobilized many times. Yes, once. You know who came? The defense minister
Oh,
came into my tank and I was supposed to drive him.
in your tank?
Yeah,
Wow.
Jagjeevan Ram.
Jagjeevan Ram sir. Okay.
And we had to put a chair, weld a chair for him. He was fat, little obese. So, and his glasses fell down in the turret.
Oh.
So somebody had to go and get it from Jammu. Anyway, so I gave him a ride, and my commandant was sitting behind. I took him into Balbal Nala, and I gave him 1 or 2 turns. Basically, the aim was to tell every tank gets 40 kgs of ice every day in summers,
Okay.
and 4 soft drinks per crew every day,
Okay.
because you are facing so much of heat. So basically, to tell him not to stop these, we are hard worked, and it's a difficult situation in the for a tankman. So it was to give him a bit of that kind of a jolt. But I overdid it. I was young. I was told to keep it little comfortable. That was in 75, 4, 5.
Hmm. So at last I like to request you that जितने भी लोग इस पॉडकास्ट को सुनेंगे, आपको सुनेंगे, so there will be a lot of youngsters, they will be planning to join army or any of the defense forces. उनके लिए आपकी क्या एडवाइस होगी सर?
My suggestion, advice, though you can't advise the youngsters today, my suggestion to them is, if you haven't seen the army mahal somewhere near your home, talk to some friend who knows, because there's nothing better than that life. It is the ultimate life. If I am reborn again, I'll come to army, preferably a tankman again. So there's no substitute mahal for that. It's a mahal by itself.
Thank you so very much, sir, for coming on our podcast channel, and it's an honor to have you on our show, and I hope that you enjoyed the conversation.
Thank you so much. Very kind of you, and I appreciate your questions that you framed, because of absolute apt. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this episode. And ऐसे और इंटरेस्टिंग एपिसोड्स को सुनने के लिए हमारे चैनल को लाइक, शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलिए. अपना और अपने परिवार का बहुत अच्छे से ध्यान रखिए. जय हिंद टू एवरीवन. थैंक यू.